Hello there YouTube, and welcome back to War Thunder. So today we're going to be doing something a little different on the channel. We're not actually going to be doing any gameplay. What we're going to be doing today is addressing the issue of the IS6. Now, as you guys well know, when I play, I often squad up with my friend and deputy to the squadron, Phage, and he is an avid reader on the forums. He is always on the forums reading posts and relaying information to me, and he came across a post which was quite busy with people basically bitching about the IS6 and not really the OP-ness of it, but how trolly the armour really is. So what we're going to do today is just address the IS6 and show how to kill this tank without using HESH. So that's what we're going to do. Now I can do a simple video where I just show you the armour, where to shoot them, and be done, but it's not as easy as that. You can't pen the lower glacis, you can't pen the upper glacis, you can't pen this little bit like you would on the IS4. You have a weak spot here where the two optic ports are for the gun mantlet, but if they're wiggling their turret, you won't pen it. You can't pen the cheeks there, you can't pen the cheeks on the turret. There are a few spots, the sides of the turrets, the sides here tend to bounce. You can't really put shots in between here unless you're using APDS, because the road wheels will absorb the shot. And obviously the obvious one is to set them on fire and back of the turret, but again the back of the turret can still be really trolly. So what we're going to do is we're just going to jump into a custom battle, myself and Phage posing as the unfortunate IS6, which I am going to be pummeling with shots, and I'm going to show you guys how to take this tank out. And I'm going to use the STA1, the Japanese tank. Now, or I might use the STA2, whichever one's loaded up. Yeah, this one, I'll just use this one. And the reason being is because, to be quite honest, it's shit. It is a shit tank, and I have taken out with the STA1 and 2 lots of IS6s. The only problem is getting random. If you face them head on, forget about it, you fucked. You are dead. Just resign yourself to the fact that it will kill you instantly. But if you can get on its flanks or on its rear, you're fucked. And you can set them on fire to one-shot them. Well, not one-shot them, but you can set them on fire to kill them. But the likelihood is they'll let the fire burn, swing that turret round, kill you, and then put the fire out. So you want to one-shot them every time if possible. So I'm going to set up a custom, invite Phage, and that's what we're going to do now. Okay then guys, welcome to Abandoned Factory. Now, if you're in a defensive position around your capture point and you come around the corner, the last thing you want to see is that monstrosity coming towards you. Now you can fire a shot into the optic ports, although it is one of them shots you're unlikely to get on your first attempt. However, if you can try to get, oh, that didn't even fucking register. Wow, if you can try for a trap shot. Apparently the M82 shell doesn't work with a trap shot though. Hang on, let's try this one. Nope. Damn. Okay, that armor is really trolly. I can understand why people are getting pissed off. Okay, trap shots apparently do not work, and if they do, it's going to be a hell of a fucking shot if you get it. However, when using Japanese tanks, especially this one, the best shots you can get can be from the side. Let's try and put a shot with the heat into the side of the IS6 and see what happens. There we go. So side shots for the IS6 are the ones that are going to work. Okay then guys, so obviously the heat shells work shooting into the side of the IS6. Let's try the M82 shell. No, let's try an APCR shell. same position into the side of the tank and see if that can pen. Actually, let's put it into the same spot if I can. Yeah, so perfect locations. The only two shots that you're going to do is the APCR, and the one I'm using is the M332 shot with the highest penetration, and obviously the heat shells, which have a good penetration as well. And the M82, not too bad, but could be a lot better. Okay, so the IS6 is advancing, and I'm gonna try the lower glacis with the heat shell. That was too high, and it didn't even go fucking through. Slightly lower. The penetration on this should go through, but it's unlikely it will. No, not in the slightest. But we're going to load an M82 shot, and I'm going to advance behind the tank. Now, if you've played the Japanese tanks, you'll know how shite they can be with their armour. Not bad guns, but their armour's really bad. The last thing you want is anyone shooting at you. So you have to be sneaky, especially when you get to tier 4. The tanks aren't any better. The only one that seems to be better is the Type 60, and there will be a video on that. So let's get behind. Now you've got the obvious one, you can set the IS6 on fire. However, where this is at the back here, you see the rails in between the two rails here, and you've got this little line in between the crosshairs. You want to shoot just below that, and well, that should have been an ammo rack, but it wasn't, so we do that again. That was a bit of a fucking anticlimax. But yeah, that's where the ammo sits, in the back of the turret, and that's where you kill it. So not many areas. We'll try to get a trap shot into the side of the IS6 using the turret with the M82 shell when Phage respawns in this position. Okay, Phage has got back into position. Now what I want to do is hit near the turret ring, either put it through the turret ring, but I'd like to try and bounce it down into the hole. It can be done, it's not an easy shot though, so we're gonna shoot. No, tad higher, because it can be done. I have done it, it's just more of one of those snapshots. There we go. Nope, that actually went through. Fucking hell. See, there's specific weak parts on this tank. It tends to be extremely trolly with its armor. If you can't hit in the right position, well, you're dead. I'll get Phage to shoot at me in a second. I'm going to angle my tank like I would do again with any normal tank that has armor, at around about a 45-degree angle. Anytime you're ready, mate. Uh-oh. It makes no difference. It makes no difference. Let's see. Yeah. See, hit the barrel. Didn't even slow it down. Went straight through into the crew compartment, and that's the end of the tank. Okay, guys. So I've switched to the Type 60, and yes, this is HESH only. And basically, what I'm going to show here is just how easy it is to kill with HESH. Can I get through that? No, I can't get through there. Basically, if you're going to be playing Japanese, you want to research this as quickly as possible, because when playing 6.3, 9 times out of 10 you will be facing IS6s all the time. And if you've got the default RAN for the STA1 or STA2, you will find out very quickly that it doesn't pen. It doesn't pen. But if you use the Type 60, see an IS6, instant death. It's the same when using the British tanks. You have to be able to hit them instantly. Now, I'm not going to demonstrate every single shot because the HESH RANs will kill 9 times out of 10. It's only once in a blue moon that they're going to have a weird effect and ricochet, because the damage mechanics for the game are slightly iffy, but you can kill very effectively with HESH. You just have to be persistent with your conventional rounds with conventional tanks to try and kill the IS6. Now I'm going to put one into the back of the turret, but at the side, so I'll show you what I mean. This can be a bit of a weird shot. Sometimes it'll go through, sometimes it won't go through. When you're hidden, especially like this, when it's covered in bushes, right there on that bulge. Now it should go through, but sometimes it doesn't, so there you go. See, non-penetration. This armor, even with HESH, can be incredibly trolly. We put another one in, and then there you go, it kills. So it's pot luck if it's going to go through or not. Perseverance is the key, guys. So we'll go back to the hangar now, and we'll continue this discussion in a sec. So then, guys, welcome back to the hangar. Now, the eagle-eyed viewer out there will probably notice my silver lions and eagles have gone slightly downhill. That is simply because I got slightly sidetracked with Phage, and we jumped into some sim, and I unlocked the Type 61, and then I got slightly sidetracked playing the Type 61, and then, oh, what do you know? I've just unlocked my first Japanese tank, the STB-1. So this outro's a little bit later than I would have liked, really. But that aside, and content will be coming on the Japanese high tier tanks when I get around to it. Back to the IS6. So as I demonstrated to you guys, with an armor piercing ballistic cap, APCR and a HESH, this tank can effectively be killed repeatedly in different spots. You just have to remember that normal armor piercing ballistic cap will probably deflect off of this and ricochet away, so be very aware. If you're going to use armor piercing ballistic cap or APCR, APCBC, that's the one, fuck me. Shoot for the flat sides of the turret. Try not to shoot here, it will most likely deflect off because it's slightly at an angle. You want a nice flat side along here, not here. APCR and heat for the sides. So, as I showed you as well with the Type 60 and HESH, even I said I wasn't going to use HESH, the back portion of the turret, where this bulges here, can be very trolly. Now, I'm not saying that you guys are terrible shots, but occasionally you'll have a perfect shot lined up. Maybe some dumbass will knock you in your Centurion or Type 60, knocking your shot off. They might pull forward slightly because they've seen something, or pull back, turn their turret. Just be aware of that spot. It is incredibly trolly, and if you're playing in RB and the shot bounces, they will know instantly where you are, and that turret will start turning. Now, this is an incredibly powerful tank to go up against, and it should be treated with a certain amount of respect and fear. But hopefully, guys, I've equipped you with the information and knowledge that you need to take these down. Now, I'm not saying you can just go out and be like, yeah, I'm gonna kill a fucking IS6, the prick. But you know what I mean. Be smart about it. Let them pass you by. If you've got a decent place where you can conceal your tank, let them drive past. Be patient. Wait for the right time, the perfect opportunity to roll forward, jump into the gunner view, and bang. Put a shot straight into the back of the turret, through the side. Now remember, guys, as well, that the ammo racks are right at the front, or the mid portion here, as well as the front here. So these are the spots you want to be aiming for, because that's where you're going to do the most damage. So be aware of the locations I've shown you, and good luck killing IS6s, because if I can do it in an STA1 and 2, then you can do it with whatever you're driving at. Still give the tank a healthy amount of respect, but you no longer need to fear it like some people do. It is OP, it is trolly, but now you know how to kill them. So guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. If you are new to the channel and you have enjoyed today's video, please do feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell for updates on future videos. Also guys, a thumbs up is appreciated, it does help the channel. And at this point I usually say comment below if you want me to take out a specific tank or combo. Unfortunately not this time. Please do feel free to comment below, but I am on holiday, so it will literally be dropping on deaf ears because I can't do nothing about it. These are all pre-recorded and uploaded to YouTube on a staggered interval. So I will see you soon anyway guys, and have fun. Jibba 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 jabba jabba.